Steph Curry struggling this bad when Team USA's playing so great? The three-point line, he's 1 foot 7 inches shorter than the NBA. He's got stars all around him who command attention, but he's missing wide open shots. It comes down to LeBron James. Not that LeBron is doing this on purpose or that he's a bad guy, but do you ever notice that LeBron teams always suck when he's off the floor? Like, no matter who the teammates are, what year it is, they rely on him. Oh, why aren't the Lakers AD's team? LeBron needs to pass the torch. Yeah, it'll never happen. This is how he operates, including at the Olympics. In fact, due to Curry's bad defense, you could argue, among guys getting real minutes, he's by far the worst player on the team. Yes, he still impacts the game because opponents are afraid of his shot, but this started before the Olympics. But I continue to get messages about how much you guys love MyFitFoods. I am so happy that they are a sponsor. They make fresh, daily, vacuum-sealed, and chilled, never frozen food. They have free delivery options as well. It is how I make sure I stay fit with a busy life. The food, it tastes amazing. And look at this, like this chicken teriyaki, filling 300 calories. They are fresh, tasty, convenient, and even more affordable because if you live in Houston, I've got a coupon code for 30% off. It is GiveAFit30CK. If you live in Texas or New Orleans, overnight shipping, code GiveAFit20CK for 20% off. So use my code to help the channel and get amazing meals. Double digits against Sudan and Germany. Pool play starts with 11 points against Serbia, but now back-to-back single-digit scoring. Dude has made just 9 of 35 three-pointers. Why? Well, first, look at the guys who are playing well. Now, we had a great game from Bam Adebayo against South Sudan and awesome Anthony Edwards versus Puerto Rico. But 3 guys are actually consistent. That is LeBron, Kevin Durant, and Devin Booker. Remember, these games are a full 8 minutes shorter than the NBA, a lot of garbage time in these blowouts, but they have been consistent, scoring double digits, incredibly efficient, except for LeBron, who hadn't taken that many threes outside of game 1. The reason is LeBron, Book, and KD are in their natural roles. LeBron and Book almost always handle the ball. The offense runs through KD when he's on the floor. None of that applies to Steph. Check out this play against Serbia. Out of bounds, drawn up for Durant. Steph is just a decoy. That barely happens in the NBA. Here, Book handles the ball, passes to Drew Holiday, beautiful ball movement, but look at Steph, just standing in the corner like a role player. Against South Sudan, LeBron running the offense, collapses the D, AD kick out to KD, Steph just standing around. It's not his fault. He is a luxury to have on this team. They don't even run plays for Steph. Imagine how weird it must feel. Like on Golden State, dude has to work his butt off to get open, make shots with a hand in his face. Right now, he's just standing around. Can't even make open threes. It's so awkward. So much different than how he plays. At least when Steph is cold on Golden State, Kerr can put the ball in his hands to run pick and roll and get a feel. Not on USA, that's LeBron's role. Sometimes Devin Booker. Steph is lost. But defensively, it's even worse. Every team knows Steph is the weak link. In transition, a straight turnstile against South Sudan. They also go straight after him in the half court for an and one. Same thing against Serbia and Puerto Rico. Stupidly fouls a three-point shooter. So is there a chance Steve Kerr benches his own player? You might say no, but Kerr has been cold-blooded. Sat Jason Tatum game 1, Joel Embiid game 2. He said, our guys know the key to this whole thing is to put all the NBA stuff in the rearview mirror and just win 6 games. Does that include your own NBA superstar? I mean, if Steph isn't running the offense, is a liability on D and not hitting shots, why is he even out there? It's why they got Derek White, the perfect role player. Glue guy, two-way support. That's not Steph. Now, I'm not saying that benching Steph will affect him during the NBA season. I think Curry is way too humble of a superstar and understands why. But something else should concern the Warriors. This slump actually goes back to last year. Starting February 23rd through the end of the season, Steph scored just 22 points a game at 37% from 3. way below his prime numbers of 29 points on 43% from deep. And part of the reason is Steph was tired from carrying his team. Draymond got suspended, and without a legit second option, they went 10 and 11 without Dre. Against the top 6 in the West, 4 and 19. Is it crazy to say, if this extended slump is real, that Steph is past his prime, turning 37? Almost no one has ever won a title that old as the number one option. Oh, Kareem won 3 chips in his 30s, but was number 2 to Magic Johnson. LeBron won at 35, but that was after an extended layoff due to the pandemic we'll never see again. And don't give me Dirk Nowitzki, he was 32, not 37. So Steph needs real help, we can see that. Or the Warriors can forget about winning again this era. The good news, they are trying. We just got gigantic news on Lauri Markkanen. It looked like the Warriors were in the lead to get him, but the noise died down, now it's back. So Utah got Lauri on a bargain deal because for whatever reason, he didn't work out on his first 2 teams, the Bulls and the Cavs. Then in his first 2 seasons in Utah, he becomes an all-star and wins Most Improved Player of the Year. Now everybody wants him because the Jazz are tanking. The Dubs obviously need a second scorer next to Steph. Lauri is one of just 3 7-footers in NBA history to make 1,000 career threes. It is him, Dirk, and Channing Frye. Dude's skill set is rare. It means more space for Curry, replaces threes lost by Clay leaving. He fits great with both Draymond and Kuminga in the front court. But the Jazz are not actively shopping Lauri. They are taking calls. They want an offer they can't refuse, but luckily for the Warriors, they've got something the Jazz desperately want.
Kuminga's a name, but I think the Jazz, from everything I've been told, the Jazz are more focused on Brandon Podziemski. What I have picked up is the Warriors and Jazz, they have continued conversations, but if the Golden State Warriors put in a Brandon Podziemski, 3 first-round picks, 3-4 unprotected pick swaps.
Whoa, okay, that is a ton of picks, but the Dubs love pods. I mean, Shams also reported their best offer so far, Lauri Markkanen for Moses Moody and a boatload of picks. That is all they've offered. So what is this news on Markkanen? Well, Lauri's up for a contract extension. If he extends in Utah, the deal is over until the deadline at least, because you can't trade a guy who just extended for 6 months. However, Tony Jones of The Athletic says Lauri does not plan on signing a new deal this week. That is huge because this is when it would happen most likely. So Lauri is 100% up for grabs. Other interested teams, the Spurs, the Kings, the Thunder maybe, Rockets, but we know the Lakers and Heat will be involved. So let's compare the Lakers and Heat's best offer to Golden State. LA can offer Lauri and Drew Eubanks for Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, 2 picks and a swap. But is that better than the Heat? Markkanen for Tyler Hero, Jaime Jaquez Jr., and 2 picks. Utah wants good young players, so I say yes. But Golden State is even better. Their best is Lauri Markkanen for Moses Moody, Brandon Podziemski, and 1 first-round pick. Yes, they can offer more, but this is what I think they would realistically offer. If the Jazz want pods as bad as Sham says, then this gets it done. The next issue would be money. Lauri wants a max contract, the Dubs don't have cap space. But no problem, you can re-sign your own guy with bird rights if you don't have space. But the owner Joe Lacob has wanted to be less expensive, and with Lauri's $50 million on board, I think it is guaranteed they move on from Andrew Wiggins. Bottom line, they need to help Steph Curry, and if they don't, we could look back on these Olympics as part of a much bigger negative pattern. But Steph is not the only one struggling on Team USA. Joel Embiid is getting a ton of heat from people in France. Those people claim he promised to play for them, so they got him a French passport. But then at the last minute, he backs out for Team USA. But they already have 2 7-footers in Gobert and Victor Wembanyama. Does Joel actually deserve the hate he's getting?